Yes, Media Academy Radio.
Excite.
The hits.
Good evening, reaching to you from the Yes Small Radio. Here are the news in brief at this hour. I am Ifunaya Obudu. The members of the last year presidential election petition court have been recommended to President Muhammadu Buhari for appointment as Justice of the Supreme Court. The two are Justice Abdul Aboki and Mohammed Gaba, who headed the five-man court. The other two, who made the list of 4 candidates recommended for appointment as Justice of the Apex Court for Justice Tijani Abubakar and Mohammed Saulawa. A statement by the Director of Information of the National Judicial Council, Soji Oye, disclosed today that while Justice Abubakar represented the Northeast Zone on the Apex Court bench, the rest of Justice Gaba, Aboki and Saulawa are to represent Northwest. The special force approved by the Defense Headquarters to halt the senseless killing and restore peace in southern Kaduna have approved Kafancha ahead of the deployment to the various flashpoints in the areas later today. The special force were drawn from the Nigerian Army. They were received at Sector 7, the headquarters of Operation Safe Haven, by the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan. Addressing the troops, the commissioner charged them to take the battle to the bandits and ensure that peace and security are restored to the southern Kaduna. He also thanked the Defense Headquarters for graciously approving the deployment of troops to southern Kaduna and however assures the support and cooperation of the state government in making the operation a huge success. One person has been fired dead with 3 persons critically injured after a truck conveying liquefied petroleum gas exploded at a filling station in Irete community along the Owerri-Onitsha Expressway in Owerri, West Local Government Area of Imo State. The Imo State Coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA), Evan Tugo, confirmed the incident to newsmen. According to him, the truck, after discharging its contents at the filling station, was about reversing and maneuvering its way out of the premises when it was hit by a J5 commercial bus conveying pineapples on top speed, coming from the Onitsha end, lost control and ran into a truck, leading to a heavy explosion. While confirming the incident, our correspondent, Ugo, confirmed that one of the occupants of the J5 commercial bus died on the spot, while 3 other persons who sustained fatal injuries were immediately taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. He said, however, officials of the Imo State Fire Service, Red Cross, Civil Defense, the Nigerian Police, and the NEMA officials were on the ground for rescue operations. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike says All Progressive Congress-led federal government has failed Nigeria. Wike disclosed this while receiving the newly inaugurated Executive Council member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), who paid him a courtesy visit at the government house in Port Harcourt, the state capital. While charging the PDP member to focus on governance rather than playing politics, he said the move is necessary to demonstrate a commitment to the people. According to him, the ruling APC has failed to deliver on its electoral promises, adding that Nigerians are open on the PDP. Ogun State government has suspended the weekend lockdown in the state and ordered the reopening of worship centers. Governor Dapo Abiodun disclosed this in an update about the state's efforts at fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking, Governor Abiodun said that after thorough deliberation, consideration, and resolution, we decided to reopen the worship centers with effect from Friday, 14th August 2020, as indicated in my last address, the governor said. civil society organization today describes as alien to modern society the conviction and death sentencing of a young Nigerian gospel singer, Yahaya Sharif, for allegedly insulting the Prophet Muhammad in a song he published. The group, in a joint statement titled Joint Civil Society Statement on the Conviction and Sentencing of Nigeria singer Yahaya Sharif Aminu, said they were deeply concerned that Sharif's conviction and subsequent sentencing were in violation of Nigeria's regional and international obligation to respect, protect, and promote freedom of expression, opinion, and belief. The statement was signed by the Committee for Relevant Art, African Defender, Arterial Network Nigeria, PEN Nigeria, Artist at Risk Connection, Culture Advocates Caucus, Human Rights Forum of Led African International, Intro Africa, Free Muse, and African Human Rights Network. On August 10, 2020, an upper Sharia court sitting at Hausawa Filin Hockey in Kano State sentenced the singer to death by hanging. He was accused of one count of insulting the religious creed, contrary to Section 382 of the Kano State Sharia Penal Code Law of 2000, for a song which became public knowledge in March after he allegedly circulated it on WhatsApp in February 2020. Angola's Supreme Court today handed a 5-year jail sentence to Jose Filomeno dos Santos, the son of the oil-rich country's former president, for fraud when he headed the National Sovereign Wealth Fund. Dos Santos, 42, was summoned before a court in December over allegations. He tried to embezzle up to $1.5 billion from the Sovereign Wealth Fund, which he oversaw from 2013 to 2018. Nicknamed Zeno, Dos Santos was charged with stealing $500 million from the fund and transferring it to the Swiss bank account. 3 co-offenders, including the former governor of the National Bank of Angola, BNA, Walter Felipe da Silva, were sentenced to between 4 and 6 years in prison for fraud, embezzlement, and influence peddling. All 4 were acquitted of money laundering charges they had previously denied any wrongdoing. Zenu is the first member of the former presidential family to be prosecuted as part of an anti-graft campaign led by President João Lourenço, who came to power in 2017. In February, Angola investigator froze the assets of Zenu's billionaire half-sister, Isabella dos Santos. And that will be all for the news in brief from the Yes Ma Radio. Please join us by 6 p.m. for our comprehensive news. I am Ifunaya Ogudu.